Good morning, my dear family, colleagues, business associates, and friends. Today's nugget is really about light and darkness. I'm sure we're all familiar with that concept of this is between light and darkness. But it's actually not about light and darkness, it's about light and no light. Because darkness can only be sustained in the absence of light. But darkness itself doesn't have a substance, it doesn't have a form, it doesn't have a shape. So it only prevails when there's no light. And I believe there's a similar relationship between good and evil. If there's continuous good being fostered in the hearts and lives of our children, our society, our community, then I believe that it will overpower the urges of evil, the urges of being cruel will be overpowered by us continuing to sow seeds of goodness into the soil of society. Consider the element of bitterness and forgiveness. Someone who has a forgiving spirit, a forgiving heart, I believe struggles to harvest bitterness because they have a forgiving attitude towards life. And so I believe in today's life, in a world that is so complex, filled with the ills of the past. And I can tell you there's some serious ills of the past and current dilemmas of the present. We need to focus. We should acknowledge these things, but we must make sure that it's balanced by creating hope and light, not fostering another dimension of bitterness, hatred, and resentment. I sympathize and we sympathize and mourn with those who have lost loved ones and friends, especially in this current situation with an epidemic that faces us, life tragedies that we have, gender-based violence, and just the sheer lack of appreciation for human life. I mourn with those. But today I believe we need to be a people that understands that radical change starts with you and me. It doesn't start in the community. It starts with you and me making a decision that this is not acceptable anymore. It starts with the element of not permitting or subscribing to these atrocities behind closed doors. And what I mean is in your homes, with your family, with your children. You can't live a double standard life because double standards create disasters that must be readdressed by generations to come. Some of us are not even realizing that certain things are not cool anymore. They may have been cool in the past, but they're not cool anymore. And so unless we address that in our homes, in our families, we will not become strong. And we have seen, over life has shown us, the most powerful and most influential structure that has the ability to change things is the ability of the family structure. And so if we build our families on good, solid principles of respecting one another, honoring one another, and building a better life for all, not just a better life for you or me, but a better life for everybody where our basic needs are met and we don't have to struggle with the basic stuff in our lives. I want to encourage you, why don't we become farmers of brilliant ideas and possibilities, and we nurture these ideas and dreams, and we water these seeds of possibilities, and sooner or later it will produce a great harvest for us. So I want to stir you and encourage you that we are to be the change that we want to see in this world. I want to encourage you, let us allow more light, let us allow more hope. In the midst of us acknowledging the atrocities, let us believe in a better life for all, not just for a few, but for all of us. And so today our scripture reading really comes from the book of Hebrews chapter 9. I don't know about you, but I've always been intrigued by the structure of the tabernacle, the sanctuary, the holies of holies, never mind talking about the ark, the table, the shewbread, the candlestick. Oh, these are all complex dimensions. And if one is just interested like ourselves to be encouraged, to be motivated, these in-depth studies are not always cool. But I really love how the author simplifies this for us and just unpacks how it works together. And what he first starts off by telling us that we had a worldly sanctuary, but with holy ordinance or divine ordinances. And so my encouragement for you today is that we should acknowledge that there are divine ordinances. What are these divine ordinances? The first thing that we have to embrace is starting to understand that the sanctuary was where the priests were, the holies of holies, the high priest entered into. So not all priests entered into the holies of holies. In the sanctuary, we find the candlestick. And today, maybe let's address that before we even go to the table and the shewbread. But the candlestick is an important part. The candlestick is actually it's actually called the menorah, which means flame in Hebrew. And so this was to create light. And the candlestick was lit by God, and the priest was meant to keep it alive, but it was to allow them to have light. And so this light represents the light, Jesus Christ, which is the light of the world. And so we have to understand that the symbol of the candlestick was also designed in a tree shape, and trees represented prosperity and productivity. Isn't it amazing that we find in the Bible the tree of life and the tree of good, of knowledge and evil? Is that not amazing that trees are so significant? They are the ones with plants that keeps us alive and gives us oxygen. And here we see another symbol of God just representing the tree in one of the holiest of holiest places. And so it is critical for us to understand that God has ordained the candlestick, the light of the world, which is Jesus Christ. And I want to encourage you that you need to allow more light into your life. There are some great articles that you can read. The Golden Lampstand of the Tabernacle by Jake Savada. There is also a great article about the menorah, or how the lampstand is put together, by John Carrick. You can read up on that. You can see our notes. But these are great articles to read by. So today, without delving into further more detail, because these are complex concepts, is really to realize the candlestick was actually a lamp that was lit, and God provided us light, and the best light. Jesus is called the light of the world. You know, if you don't have the light, which is Jesus, you're living in darkness. You're living in human conceptions. But the light of the world is Jesus Christ. So my call for reflection or action is just consider the element of the light in your life. If you don't have the light, you're living in darkness. Let us build our family structures in the design of a better world for all, filled with the light, Jesus Christ. Radical transformation and change starts with you and me. I trust this has blessed you. I trust you'll be encouraged. Please share this with others. Please share this with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your business associate. Please check out our Facebook pages. Please check out our YouTube. Please check out Twitter. Please check out Instagram. And also connect to our website, www.c3lifechanges.com, at ar.com. Out of here, may you have a wonderful day. God bless you.